got the record company at Columbia that wants to put your album out. Once that happens, what happens with Crack of Dawn? Where does that lead you guys as far as the exposure you're getting, the gigs you're playing, and the opportunities that came?
Well, let's put it this way. It was from like 0 to 150 miles an hour.
Nice.
And, and Matt's always said overnight success takes years. And for people watching on the outside, they're like, well, where do these guys come from? They're overnight successes. Meanwhile, as you've said, you've been putting in all these years and slugging it out. But when it finally did hit, what was that feeling like, Trevor?
It was incredible. Because we just watched it grow, and it's, whoa, what we're doing. Because we went from playing little basement clubs, and we were the first, the club on Yonge Street called the Colonial, and another one called the Cot Door. You wouldn't know that, you're too young.
You too.
But these clubs were the mainstay of like black music in Toronto. They'd play like we'd play there like the Commodores and all those people would play in these clubs.
Grover Washington, Gino Vanelli,
King Curtis,
all those guys.
So good music.
Right. Oh yeah. So there was no local black bands playing in these clubs at all because they didn't think any local bands were good enough. The Commodores backed out one time in the Cot Door and they called us.
Wow.
We got there and it was like, whoa. They couldn't believe it. That time you played for what? A week?
Yeah.
And every night was packed, sold out.
That's amazing.
And they couldn't believe that. Whoa, this is a local band doing that. We were the first local band to play there.
Was it, groundbreaking too, for a Canadian black artist band to be signed to a major label too, right?
We were the first one.
Yeah. And was this Columbia, Canada or Columbia, U.S.?
Columbia, Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, Columbia, Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
so then was it, you're on tour in vans first and now you're on buses or you're on like...
Well, our first big tour across Canada, we were flying.
Look at you guys.
He hadn't been in an airplane other than coming to Canada.
That was awesome.
We flew to Vancouver, flew to Calgary. When they told us that we're going to Calgary, I said, come on.
Oh, shit, that's a long drive, man.
Yeah.
Boo.
Before we went
come on. Gas is like, it was 30 cents a gallon back then.
Yeah.
Before we went there, we actually played at Ontario Place, right? And
at
that
the
was a surprise.
The spinning stage,
The place was jam-packed. Nobody could get in. They had to close it up. But so many people was like, whoa, when did we get this big?
We were in a daze. We had no idea all the stuff.
But from when you get signed to Ontario Place Hysteria, what's the time span?
It seemed like weeks.
Weeks?
Yeah.
You know what? We went into the recording studio, and by the time we got out of the studio, we heard the song on the radio. And now you can't even get airplay at a radio station, right? It makes such a difference when you have a big record company behind you. What a difference.
I'll give you a joke. When we signed with the record company, before signing on Yonge Street, there was a club called the Brass Rail.
Oh, yeah. I've heard, not that I've frequented it, but I've heard of it.
Before it was a strip joint.
I may or may not have.
Before it was a strip joint.
Yes.
We were playing upstairs.
Yeah.
Our first gig, one of the first gigs we got as Crack of Dawn was play upstairs.
Fully clothed, I'm hoping.
I was going to say, it's an aptly titled band
you
anyway.
Want to see Trevor without his clothes on, okay?
I don't want to see you without clothes. But we were playing upstairs, and the guy fired us because he thought we weren't very good.
Right.
So he fired us on the first night or whatever.
Yeah.
So we did the record company party after we finished the album. We did the record company party at the same club. The record company had no idea. So we did a performance there. Place was packed and people were going crazy for the band. Whoa, Crack of Dawn, So we only did one set.
Right.
And the club owner came over to us and said, guys, what, you finished? No, you got to do another set. And fuck you fired us
Wow.
And what was the music scene like then? Where was R&B funk into the whole relation? Because from what I recall, I was just a kid in the 70s, but I just recall listening to, AM radio, and what was top 40 was everything from heavy metal, whatever, Led Zeppelin, to Crack of Dawn, R&B, funk, soul music. There was a wide range of music that all fit in there. Where did your music fit into the scene in Toronto?
We didn't get Chum AM, we got Chum FM.
Was it Chum FM? Yeah, that's right. It was Chum
So
FM.
Chum
Chum
FM
FM,
must have been brand new at the time because
Yeah.
FM was just starting
Yeah,
to kind of come
yeah.
in the mid to late 70s.
Actually, now that you mentioned that, I remember. Actually, this was last week. We were looking at an article that was, I guess, in the Toronto Star, was a picture of the band. The Columbia was showcasing us to all because they thought disco was
the crack of
was-
dawn.
was-
Right, and
was a
that's the
big
thing,
deal,
right? Because you
and,
have to
you know.
find that fine line between the R&B funk soul, which I think disco was influenced by that, but it's still not. You can't compare,
No,
right? There's that. What's missing is the soul, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened is that there's this little clipping, and it was an old picture of us, and then it was they were coming up with this promotional thing where they wanted to invite some club owners that own the biggest clubs in downtown Toronto and stuff,
Radio
and some
stations.
radio stations and so on and so forth to this party, but it's going to be a breakfast party at the crack of dawn. So the people that have to be there like at 4:30, 5 a.m. in the
Yeah,
morning.
They're like, we're not coming. Sorry, guys.
We're musicians. We go to bed at that time.
Yeah,
Go to
okay.
sleep.
And so, but anyway, they put out a lot. They decided, Columbia decided, yeah, we're going to spend some money, and they spent a shitload of money. I think that thing was catered. It was like caviar, and so everybody wanted to go there. So you mentioned it. I think it was Brian Masters from Chum.
Yeah,
FM.
I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Brian Masters was there in that
Roger,
picture.
Roger Hashby.
Right,
Yeah.
they were in that picture. You know what I mean? So this guy, friend of ours, said, "Remember this picture, guys?" And yeah, it was Brian Masters, and it was at the Hyatt Regency, which is right
Yeah.
on Avenue Road and
Yorkville.
Yorkville. So that was the big. Columbia said, "Yeah, we're going to open our pockets. We're going to spend some money. We like this way this group is going, and we think we got to get into this industry this way, make some changes up here, and so let's start doing a little promotion with this group." So that's what I remember. That's why I know it was Chum F at
Yeah.
the time.
Well, we did have a little bit of play on Chum AM, but I don't think it lasted very long. But we were getting stations in Toronto, a lot more than that. Because
What about CFTR? Wasn't it on CFTR?
CFTR?
Yeah, that's-
CFTR. It probably
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Probably was. Because CFTR was a AM radio.
Yeah, they were a pop
Yeah.
station
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Them and
Yeah.
Chum were very,
Yeah.
very similar back in the day.
Exactly.
So we were getting some airplay,
What was it like to go into a Sam the Record Man and see your album there?
I think I went in there every day.
And looked at it and made sure that you put the copy right in the front so everybody coming in could see it, right?
So good. Wow.
Yeah, I think he might have been standing at the door trying to get people. Come on in, get your cracking.
Take you over to the funk section for a second.
Yeah.